Michael Strange, he was a top cryptologist and SEAL Team 6 member in the Osama bin Laden raid in 2011. 3 months later, on August 6th, Michael was unfortunately killed in Afghanistan along with 30 other Americans on call sign Extortion 17. Never stop asking questions about Extortion 17. So I have here that Michael was awarded the Bronze Star Medal with Valor, Purple Heart Medal, Defense Meritorious Service Medal, Joint Service Commendation Medal with Valor, Joint Service Achievement Medal, Combat Action Ribbon, Presidential Unit Citations, among other decorations. So he's highly decorated. And I want to speak about how you've been to Congress, you've been to the Pentagon, you've been to the White House, you've been to all of these different places looking for the truth. And so what are you looking for? What exactly have you found so far? What are you looking for in terms of the truth?
Well, Michael came home in June of 2011 after the bin Laden raid, and he grabbed me by the arm. And he said, "Dad, you wouldn't believe what's going on in this country." And then he started pacing, walking back and forth. I'm like, "Mike, what's the matter? What's the matter?" And he wouldn't tell me. And then he started talking about a will. I said, why are you talking about a will? You know? And then he told his mom, he told his brothers and sisters. It was his birthday, June 6th. We had a big party. And he told everybody. And, he got a will, something's going on. And 93 days after the bin Laden raid, it was the biggest loss of life in Iraq and Afghanistan. It was the biggest loss of life in the history of America. 22 of them guys were from Navy Special Warfare. So what I've been fighting for is a congressional hearing. We were told at the debriefing it was a lucky shot. They told me it was a fucking lucky shot. I stood up. I said, "All our sons are dead. How could you say something like that, you know?"
When was this?
October 2011.
October in 2011, right after.
Yeah, down in Virginia Beach. At that debriefing by General Jeffrey Colt did the debriefing. He was in Afghanistan for 2 weeks. 2 weeks he fit, you know. So they gave us a folder, and after about 2 hours of his horse and pony show, I call it, and in that folder there was some papers and a disc. And you don't look at it. You know, you're out of your mind. Your son just died. And I came home and I opened it up, and the 25 pages didn't have no ink. Didn't have no toner.
Wow.
You couldn't read it.
Was it hidden ink?
No, it was just no
Blank
ink.
Papers?
There was no toner. Like you couldn't see the words.
Couldn't read.
You couldn't read it. So I called up Commander Sean Pybus. He was a big shot, 4-star. And I said, "Sean, I got a bad copy here. I can't read this." He said, "Charlie, I got a lot of complaints about that." I said, "All right, send me another one." He said, "I can't. We burned it." I said, "You burned it?"
Who said this? Commander
Sean Pybus.
Sean Pybus.
Pybus. So this disc, you put the disc in, and all these little blocks pop up. Like 300 little blocks. And I'm like messing. I'm a construction worker here in Philadelphia, you know what I mean? My wife, Michael's stepmom, she gets on there, and after about 7 hours, she clicks it somehow, click, 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 and 1,364 pages come out. And these are some of the notes I have from the 1,364 pages.
Would you mind if you read some of them off or summarize or talk about them?
Sure. It was on Action News here. It was on Channel 3, 6, and 10. The disc was encrypted because on our computer at home, we don't have a camera. And I heard my wife yelling. And I come out, "What's the matter? What's the matter?" She said, "They took my picture." I said, "Who took your picture?" And they had her picture live time right there.
Oh, wow.
And it said FBI, 10 to 12 years in prison.
What?
Yeah. So they didn't think anybody was going to be able to download the disc. And
So
that's when Channel 3, 6, and 10 came out.
So the disc, it holds a lot of files, different, obviously, stuff, and it was coded and encrypted, as you said.
videos.
I have a question. So Pybus gave you the disc in the folder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah. Some of the parents said to us, because, we were talking to all the other parents, and they're like, how do you know that? Where'd you get that? So we wrote a letter to another Gold Star family in Florida, Billy and Karen Vaughn. Their son was Aaron Vaughn. He died with Michael and them. And then we got together, and we got a lawyer. My phone, I kept getting 001 000 on my phone in a text message. When I text back, well, that's from another country in the Middle East. And I called Verizon. I said, I keep getting these text messages, and nobody's texting back. And I tell them 001 000. Excuse me. And the guy from Afghanistan, the guy from Verizon says, you don't know who that is? I said, no. He goes, that's Big Brother. And he hangs up.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
And what did they say on the text messages?
That was it. It was just 001 000. And they were listening to my phone. And so we get involved with a lawyer by the name of Larry Klayman. He started Judicial Watch. He's the only lawyer to ever sit a sitting president. He sued Bill Clinton and won right here in Philadelphia. Bill Clinton grabbed somebody by City Hall, and he also represented 3 of the women that he got money for that Bill Clinton had an affair with. But anyway, Larry was a pit bull. He was great. He got us together, against the NSA. We go down to Washington, D.C., and we go to the 3rd highest court in the country. Judge Leon, his name was. Little guy who wore a bow tie. He was great. And the Obama lawyers came in, the NSA lawyers came in, and it was just my lawyer and his assistant and me and my wife. We sat right in the front, and NSA starts off. Their lawyer was Mr. Gilligan, who also represented President Bush. And he said, Mr. Strange, the son's an American hero. The NSA does not spy on the American people. He's going through a loss. My lawyer stands up and he says, well, Your Honor, we're in the 3rd highest court in the country, and they just lied to you right to your face. He said, Washington Post right here.
He pulled it up?
Yeah, he goes, 12 employees from the NSA fired for spying on their spouses.
Yeah, it's been proven to be a false claim.
Judge Leon smacks the thing down, looks at him, says, find one time you saved an American life by spying on the American people. And Matt, it was like they all started opening up books. There was like 17 lawyers there. And they're looking through the papers. He let them sweat a little bit.
Wow. Had him on the fences.
Yeah. And Mr. Gilligan, the lawyer for the NSA and Obama, said that we can't find nothing.
Wow.
So, and President Obama talked about us before we went on vacation and Christmas. And so we're looking into that, spying on the Gold Star family with the NSA. And then we went to the 2nd highest court in the country, 3 judges in Washington, D.C., and they voted on our favor. And what they did was change the law. They're allowed to spy on the American people and listen to your phone conversations.
So I have a question. How many of the American people do you actually think know this?
No.
That the NSA is listening to everything you say on your phone, every text message, every phone call, everything you're probably looking up on the internet?
I don't think, I think a lot of the American people here have the blinders on. Work, kids, baseball game, mall, vacation, shopping.
Caught up in life.
And if it ain't happening to them, it's not happening.
Yeah, get caught up in the loop. I want to backtrack real quick. So you talked about the NSA spying, right? I know Michael